West Ham United 0, Brighton 0. Well, that was a pretty poor game. Missing a number of key players, as we already knew. Paqueta injured. Kudus, he was injured, but off to the AFCON. Soufal, I think, was ill, so that was another change there. And Azuma still not fit after the injury that he's recently picked up. So a number of changes. We knew there was going to be quite a few changes in this game, but boy oh boy did we make that really hard for ourselves. The first half was kind of even, I guess, wasn't too bad for both teams, but in the second half Brighton dominated that game, and I think their poor finishing kept us in the game. Unfortunately, it was the only thing that I think that was reasonable for us, kept us in it, because otherwise we were pretty terrible. It was a turgid game. We created absolutely nothing. When you want players to start demonstrating what they're capable of doing, when you want the likes of Fornals and Benrahma, who are given an opportunity to shine, to actually turn up and demonstrate that they're still good enough to be part of this West Ham United squad, they both did absolutely nothing. Benrahma, yet again, we talk about Benrahma and needing a shoulder around his an arm around his shoulder in order to try and sort of gee him up, etc. He just really offered absolutely nothing, and it was absolutely no surprise that he was taken off. Then, of course, Fornals goes out on the left and does just as much, if not less, than Benrahma does. I guess the only player who came into this team who demonstrated any semblance of decent play was the right back again, Ben Johnson. He had even though we got smashed at Liverpool in the League Cup, he actually came out with a little bit of credit. And again, in this game against Brighton, again Johnson came out with a little bit of credit. He's playing for his future, and it seems that he wants to actually be part of the West Ham team. We had nothing. Without any creativity, with Paqueta and Kudus missing, Jared Bowen was trying to do the job of three men. He was trying to get in there, trying to be all over the place and, really force the issue. But you could see even Bowen was getting a little bit frustrated because no one was making the runs. No one was moving for him in the same way that Kudus and Paqueta can. Alvarez in the first half and then second half was a decent player for us. He actually did exceptionally well in shielding that back four. But the man of the match in a home game was Areola. He pulled off a number of saves in the first half and the second half in order to keep us in this game, and it was only for him that we had a clean sheet. All right, great, 4 clean sheets in a row, but we offered absolutely nothing up front. And we need players. We need players in the January window. We need players to be brought into this club. When you think about, David Moyes said, we need to move a few players on in order to get a few players in. I'm not surprised. We now know what the squad's like. Like it or not, we don't have that strength in depth that we thought we had at the beginning of the season. We need to move a few players on. If a bid comes in for Benrahma, he's been great for us, but his time is finished. And if we get, 15 million bid for him, move him on, and bring someone else in that's going to actually, run at this team. We had no pace again. What's going on with Maxwell Cornet? God knows what's happening there. And yet again, we seem to be sort of he can't even get on the pitch. And I don't really understand what's going on with Cornet. Maybe we're trying to, Carroll's out of the, not in the squad tonight, not even on the bench, which means that he's on his way. It seems that the loan deal with Monaco is about to be done and dusted. But Cornet was on the bench, so either we're going to sell him or we need to use him. And if we're not going to use him, then what on earth is going on? I mean, one positive, if there's a positive, we had 4 young players on the bench from the youth squad. Lang and Caelan Casey, both defenders, were on the bench. So was Lewis Orford, midfielder, and of course Mbama, who came on for the last 20 minutes or so. But again, nothing happened. Mbama trying to force the issue, but You know, when you're playing out there on your own as a lone striker, it's not easy to do so. Poor performance, to be quite honest with you. I think we're lucky we've got away with the point, and that's at home. And we kind of missed the opportunity to create some distance between us and the teams below us. All right, we're still sixth, but we missed a golden opportunity. It was poor. It was lacklustre. The squad players didn't demonstrate that they're actually capable of being part of this team, and it was a real shame. We need strength in depth. You know, either that or do bring some of the youngsters in and see what happens there. But poor all round. Glad that we got a point, but we shouldn't have been defending as much as we did at home against Brighton. You know, it was backs to the walls. I can't say it was a defensive masterclass in the same way as it was against Arsenal, you know, but at least we had 2 goals against Arsenal. We created nothing in this game, and we are short of quality players in order to sort of create something up front. Anyway, 0-0. Another review coming up over the next day or so.